Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Guys, today's tutorial is very easy. You just need the measurements from your right wrist up to your shoulders down to your left wrist. Okay, so it's going to be a long chain, and I'm using a 4 medium size yarn and a 6.0 mm hook. Okay, so you chain according to your measurement from your wrist to your next wrist. So from your wrist up to your shoulders to your next wrist. Okay, so at the end, this is what I made depending on my yarn and my stitch tension. Yeah, so guys, the next of all, I'm going to use triple crochet in making this. So I yarn over twice. Okay, then you skip the first stitch hole, and in the next stitch hole you make a triple crochet. Yeah, then you chain 2, you will skip 2, and in the third you make a triple crochet. Okay, you chain 2 again, you skip 2, into the third you make a triple crochet. Okay, you chain 2, you skip 2, into the third you make 2 triple crochets. Okay, 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, so you make triple crochet. Okay, so on every 4th triple crochet you make 2 of the triple crochet. So we start counting from the edge, and that's the 4th one. So let's start again. So chain 2, you skip 2, you make a triple crochet. That's number 1. You chain 2, you skip 2, in the third you make a triple crochet. That's number 2. You chain 2, so 1 2, yeah, you chain 2, you skip 2, into the third you make a triple crochet. You chain, then you make another triple crochet. Sorry, so let's see, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Okay, so you make another one, so in every 4th stitch hole you make 2 triple crochets. So let's see, the first one we had 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so next of all, what you do is you triple crochet till you get to the end. So you chain 1 and you turn your work to go to row 2. So with row 2, we are going to look out for the middle single crochet. So let's say 1 2 3 that we have, the middle one, this one is not passed. So 1 2 and 3, that's this one is the middle. So here to 1 2 3, this one is the middle part. Okay, so the single crochets that we have, the single triple crochets that we have, the middle triple crochet. Okay, that's where you are going to work your 2 triple crochets. So the first one, you yarn over twice and you pull through 2, pull through 2 and pull through 2. Okay, you chain 2, then you realize that this one is the middle, so you are going to make 2 triple crochet onto the same stitch hole, or into the same stitch hole. So okay, so this 2, you chain 2, then on this one you make just a single triple, then chain 2 on it. This one that we have, you're just going to make a single triple crochet. So the thing is just for you to identify where you need to make the 2 triple crochet. You need a stitch marker, okay, so that you won't it won't confuse you. So this one will also take a single crochet, sorry, a single triple crochet, sorry. So 1 triple crochet, that's it, 1 triple crochet. Then let's see, the next also gets 1 triple crochet. So always you are chaining 2 here. And then this is the middle one, so you make 2 triple crochets. Okay, see what is happening here? Yeah. Okay, so this one too is the middle part, or yeah, and this is the middle, here is the middle, yeah. So this is where you're going to make your 2 triple crochets as you do. So we are going to do it till we get to the end, and at the end, guys, this is what we have. Now row 3, row 4, and the rest of the rows, they all depend on the row 1 and row 2. So it's just a repetition of row 1 and row 2. So we are going to repeat row 1 and for row 3. Okay, so where we have the triple crochets, 2 triple crochets, that's where we are going to make our 2 triple crochets. And where we have the 1 triple crochet, we are going to make the 1 triple crochet. Then row 2 is just a repetition of row 4. Then the same thing, so just always note. Okay, so after row 3, this is what we have. So you can see that row 3 is just a replica of row 1. Row 2 is going to be for row 4. So we just keep on repeating it, and till it is wide enough to cover your arm. Okay, so I made 7 rows, so 7 rows in all, repeating row 1 and 2, and this is what I have. Now on row 8, okay, on row 8, you first need to know the middle part of your work. So you put them together like this, and you put a stitch marker somewhere, or just right in the middle here, to know the middle part of your entire work. Okay, now you open your work again. Now with the row 8, we are going to create a gap, which is going to be your neck hole, and it also depends on you. If you want the neck hole to be smaller, you have to leave a smaller gap, but if you want it wide like how I did it, you have to leave more space from the middle. That's where the stitch marker is. Okay, so this is where I'm going to start making a chain. Then you count the number of chains, then you do the same for the other parts after the stitch marker. So I made my chains. Okay, so it all depends on you. You can use any yarn for this, and it's the gap also depends on you. Okay, so yeah, so I made my chain for this one, then I counted the same, so I'll end somewhere here. Okay, so guys, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, give me a like, comment below, and hype if you can. Okay, so this is it, the number of chain depending on it. Then I make a triple crochet to fix the work onto Guys, our gap has been created, or our neck hole has been created. Then we move on with our stitches like as if nothing happened. So this one is a repetition of the two previous row. Okay, so you can see that not the previous one, but the second row before the, yeah, so you can see that it's just a repetition of it as if nothing happened. And we make a number of rows, which is 7 rows in all, so that you have 7 on one side, then 8 being where we have that gap. Okay, so after finishing that row, this is what I have. Now I'm going to make additional 6 more rows to make up with the 7. So I have 7 rows on the top, 7 rows on the down. Okay, and this is it. You put your work together like this. Now the next step is for us to sew the side. Okay, so I'm going to sew the side for my armhole. So I'm going to seal it, and I'm going to end where I ended my I created the gap. Okay, so I'm going to seal this either with a stitch with single crochets, or you can use your thread and needle to seal the side. And it also depends on you. So you measure your arm length, then you leave the gap. Okay, then you seal the rest. Okay, so this is it, and I'm going to use a single crochet this time to seal it, to join the two sides. You can use your thread and your needle to seal it. Guys, after sealing, this is what we have. So this is it. Then this is our neck hole. You turn it inside out like this. Okay, so that you get the front part of your work. Now guys, you're going to create that magical flowers. Anyway, I call it magical. So the flowers, you're going to create them on where we have the 2 triple crochets. Okay, so the 2 triple crochets will take the flowers, and it all depends on you. If you want it more closer, you just have to you have to do it on every tree and on every of the 3 2 triple crochets that you have. Okay, so you will need a yarn which is a bit lighter than the previous one that you used. Okay, then you chain 5, you yarn over twice like a triple crochet, then pull through 2, you pull through 2 and pull through 2. So you can see that we are yarning, or we are making our flower into that loop, or that 2 triple crochet that we have. We are using that as a kind of loop, or a kind of hole that we are making our flowers in. So after 3 triple crochets, you chain another 5, then you make a single crochet. Okay, so this is the first petal. Now with the same loop, okay, again you chain 5, make 3 triple crochets, 3 triple crochets, then in the last one you're going to chain 5 again, and you make a single crochet to complete it. So guys, this is the second petal. Now you're turning our work then into the same one. You see, this is the 2 this is the two triple crochets that we did. So you move on and we are using that we are imagining that as a circle where we are creating our flower petals. Okay, so we have two here. Now we create the third one in between the first one and the second stitches. Okay, we're done 3. Now we are making 5 in all, so you turn your work and you move on to the other side, which is the second triple crochet that you created. So the same petal style. So you are making 2 in all, 2. Guys, that's all we have. Okay, find somewhere and make a single crochet. So you make a chain. You can also make a single crochet like this. Then you cut off the excess. Okay, so this is our 5. Okay, now we're going to create another one on the next 2 triple crochet that we have. If you want it closer, or you can do it in the next, but if you want your flowers to be apart, just find another 2 triple crochets that you have and make the flower in it. Okay, so this one will be too close for me, so moving on to the next one. So just make your flowers in your whatever just make your flowers in the outfits, okay, but always work and use the 2 triple crochets that you have to create the flowers. Okay, so let's finish with that. Guys, before I continue, I want you to know that I have a second channel which is called Clean Crafts. So that place I post other crafts items over there, other crafts tutorials over there, so you can check it out, subscribe, and yeah. Guys, I'm done with the second one. I'm going to continue with the rest, and guys, at the end, this is what I have. Now let me put this one on and see how it looks on me, guys. Isn't this so beautiful and simple to make? Guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you. Bye.